Hey y'all, today is the day that we are going to trade in our 2019 Ford F350.
What's next?
Hey y'all, we're Jimmy and Lisa with FindUsCamping. Today is the reveal.
So, did you guess right?
Who guessed Ford? Who guessed Ram? Who guessed
that we went back to a Chevy?
And why did you
Who
leave?
guessed that we should have never left the Chevy?
Why did you leave Chevy?
I didn't leave Chevy. You tell us why we left Chevy.
I left Chevy basically for one reason.
For two reasons.
Well, one reason was because Chevrolet, for some reason, started taking out the air conditioning vents and the heat vents in the back seats. So when we carry the dogs or we carry the kids, the kids are always saying, "Hey, we're hot back here, we're hot." We'd crank up the air conditioner
and
we'd freeze up front. So it got, it's kind of a minute thing. It was kind of silly, but it was one of those things after you drive so much that you get tired of hearing the kids go, "It's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold." It's total opposite
of where we are. Or the dogs are back there panting because they're hot.
So it was time to buy a new truck, and Chevrolet still hasn't come out with that yet, and I decided to go with the Ford.
Plus he liked the way the Ford looked, as if that affects how it drives and pulls the camper.
The Ford did look pretty good. So we drove it for 70,000 miles, and we just weren't as happy with it as I thought I was going to be. It didn't have quite the pulling power that we wanted. And coming down off the mountains, we're in Virginia area and we drive a lot of mountains. And coming down off the mountain, the engine brake really didn't brake as good as I thought. And we started going through brakes pretty quick compared to the other campers.
It didn't brake like the Chevy did.
Yep. So now somebody's happy again because I got the Chevy girl back into the Chevy. So
it's the little things in life.
Just the little things?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take you around. I'm going to show you the outside. She's going to show you the inside, and we'll show you a couple things we do like and a couple things we do miss off of the Ford, because there is some things on the Ford that we really did like that aren't there, and there's some things on the Chevy that we have that weren't on the Ford. So,
but it's like everything in life. It's a give and a take. No matter whatever you're doing, there's always a give and a take. You just have to decide what's right for you.
So let's go check it out. So here it is. It's our 2021. It's Lisa's 2021 Chevy 3500 Dully High Country Edition. So this has the 6.6 Allison Transmission Duramax. That's very hard to get into sometimes.
I guess we've never been under the hood before.
I have been under the hood. And there's the motor. There's your Duramax. We love the Duramax we've had. I think this is our fourth Duramax. Great pulling trucks, great powerful trucks, and it comes with the Allison transmission. And now, to make it even better, first of all, I'm too short. To make it even better, it comes with the 10-speed transmission. Makes a big difference when we're pulling that 19,000-pound Fusion. So it has all cameras all the way around it. It's got the sensors in the front. It has the cameras in the front. It has the camera in the front so you can see where you're going as you're driving down the road. It actually gives you, I think, 10 seconds, I think it is, to see where you're driving down the road as you're going. Which is pretty neat.
It also has, speaking of cameras, I don't remember if it does it when you're not towing, but when you're towing the trailer and you put your turn signal on, it lights up the camera on that side so you can kind of double check, make sure nobody's
down the road
beside you.
with 45 feet, I can almost see all the way down the trailer when we turn the turn signal on.
Of course, cool. It has the little sensor in the mirror that lets you know somebody's over there, but that extra little shot with the camera is helpful, especially when you got the trailer behind you.
So this one has the mirrors that slide in and out, which are most of them. Comes out. It has 4 LEDs here, so during the morning hours, night hours, I can light up in front of me. You can shut it and light up around. It also has lights behind here too. They all light up. It has the keyless entry. If you want to call it keyless, you just hit it once and it opens up one side. You hit it twice and it opens up both sides. Here's the one thing we don't like that the Ford had that we miss. The Ford has the keypad.
My favorite thing about the Ford.
So if you don't have your keys with you, you can open it up out here, or if our kids are with us or whatever, somebody can open it up. So
because my fear in the past when we've had Chevys was always, I'm never sure with the key fob if it's going to let me lock the keys in the truck or not, and I'm always afraid I'm going to. With the Ford, I didn't have to worry about that because I could always use the key fob.
So one plug for Ford,
the button.
So if Chevy's watching this,
yeah,
have
Chevy,
some kind of idea.
If you're listening, y'all need to add that keypad to the door.
We did build this truck all the way from the bottom up, so we ordered everything you could possibly order in this. It comes with the
this was another thing that I loved about the Ford, and Chevy didn't have it yet. Go ahead, shut that door one more time.
They go up and down. And it's lit up underneath. It has LEDs all the way down the bottom of it.
But now Chevy has that, so that's a plus.
The other thing it has a step here so short people can get up there. We do like that part of it. The other thing I don't like, 35 gallon tank compared to the 42, and you can't get any bigger. We tried. As you come around here, it has a step back here for us short people again to get up.
Now he did like on the Ford.
One thing the Ford had, I do like this, it comes with the drop down by itself. It comes. The Ford, you can pull this out and you can get in, and short people can get up. So
I just found that step didn't really help me a whole lot. When I dropped it down, it was up too high for me, and I don't think that it was any lower than the steps in the bumper. So I prefer the cutouts in the bumper. And we had them.
You don't jump up in the truck much.
No, but we had them in the Chevy before, and then when we got the step up from the tailgate in the Ford, I thought that would be really cool, and turned out it took more steps to get it down than just stepping in the bumper, and I never felt like it was any lower.
So the other plus we have on this is it has you just push it and it goes back up and it shuts. So there's been many times we go down the road and I forget whether or not the tailgates are shut. This actually has a thing inside that says tailgate open. So with these covers on here, I can have this cover shut and not realize it. Have the tailgate down, and you're driving down the road throwing everything out of the back of the truck because you can't see that because the cover is down. So at least now with the Chevy, our Ford did not have it. It does tell you whether or not the tailgate is open.
You don't have to throw it in park, throw it in reverse to see where the camera's looking. That's what we had to do with the Ford.
We opted to get the Truxedo Low Pro. The reason I like this is because it's flat to the top of the truck. It stays down, and we've had these a couple times and they do not leak in there. Hardly ever get any water in unless we just don't fold it up right. All you do is pop this off, you roll it up, and you latch it up on top. We did get the companion, the 25,000 BW companion hitch with the puck system. We ordered all these from
Tri-City Truck Accessories
in Clone Heights, Virginia. So if you guys ever in Virginia and you need anything truck related, car related, I guess they'll probably sell those too, but the spray and bed liners, he put the hitch in, he put all that stuff on. They got it in no time for us. We were switching out trucks. We had to hurry up and get all this stuff in so we can get back out, so we hook up the camper and we can drive down the road. So he hooked us up, so make sure you check out Kristen and Kim at
Tri-City Truck Accessories.
Tri-City.
They have everything. Like he checked to get airbags for the Ford one time. They could do that, like anything truck they can do.
I'll put a link below for you guys. That way if you guys want to ever deal with them, if you're in Virginia, great people, they'll treat you right. So this also comes with the lights on the plug on the side here for the big one, the 7-way up top. It has,
and then over here it's a
110 outlet. When you shut this up, it's starting to rain on us now, so we'll have to shut it up. It always rains or something when you're trying to film. It also comes with, here's your trailer lights, or the trailer camera to go in the back, and this is another trailer camera here. It has to be wired for the trailer camera. We don't use those, we use the Freon camera inside. So basically that's it for the outside of it. We're going to take you inside. Lisa's going to sit in her driver's seat where she loves, and we'll tell you more about the inside.
Okay, so there's way too many options to try to touch on all of them. So I'm going to touch on some of the ones that Jimmy really likes and some of the ones that I really like, and just keep in mind, I'm sure there's way more and we just got it. So there's things we haven't even found. Everything pretty much is controlled here from the steering wheel. One of the things Jimmy really likes is, I have it currently pulled up, our brake pad life. So there's all kinds of things you can scroll through here. Your fuel economy, you can do your following distance, and you can adjust that over here. So how close or far away is acceptable to you from the car in front of you.
I like to get real close.
Yeah, he likes to get way closer than I do. But what this does, this gap adjust, is if you get too close, if you get closer than the distance you have set, it will start applying the brake to keep you from rear-ending somebody if possible. But he really likes the brake pad life. That's one of the things.
Because my Ford tore up brakes too fast.
Yeah, it did go through brakes really quickly. I really like this particular button right here, because this is my heated steering wheel. Jimmy will never use that.
I don't use heated steering
If they
wheels.
had air conditioned steering wheel, he would use that. This is just standard, like your cruise control, your wipers, all that kind of stuff. Your hands free for your phone. Your headlights are going to be over here to the left, and then your 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, parking brake. Something that I do think is cool, because I know I can see the speedometer, but a lot of times when I get my seat adjusted, the steering wheel blocks me being able to see the speedometer like I want to. So it does have the heads-up display, which you can also adjust for you, up, down, left, right.
We can't show it to you right now because it doesn't
see it with
pick
the
up the
camera, and my polarized sunglasses seem to have an effect on it. I can still see it, but not as bright. But it not only tells you the current speed you're going, beneath that it tells you what the speed limit is where you are. So without having to look away, you can see how fast you're going and how fast you should be going.
And if you're using navigation, it'll pop up there that you're getting ready to turn and what's ahead of you too. So
yeah, if you're using the navigation through the truck, those will come up every time there's a turn you're getting ready to make. When it talks, it'll pop it up on your heads up. So that's one of my new favorite things, because the Ford did not have that. One of the things that the Ford, I think, did have is a little bit more room down here. I don't know if it was that there was more room or if it was just configured differently, and I'll figure it out. But while we're down here, this is a new favorite thing that the Ford did not have, and I know a lot of vehicles do. So one less charger in the truck, just drop my phone down and boom, it starts charging. So
she charges hers there, and I charge mine up there.
yeah, he has this that he runs his
so
navigation through, and it automatically charges when it's on here. So that does have to plug in down here, but mine doesn't. And don't mind all our mess of wires. Then down here is all the special buttons. So your exhaust brake, which on the Chevy works way better than it did on the Ford. Your lane departure, if you're getting out of lane, it'll make your seat vibrate on either side if you cross the line. The park assist will beep at you if you're getting ready to run into something. This is your tailgate button, the hazards. What is that, like the
the traction.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
That turns on the power to 110.
Oh, in the back.
No, up here. Better be in the back too, but it also turns that one on. There's one right there, buddy.
Oh, this one? Okay, I didn't know you turned it on. And then that turns off. I don't know what that does either.
Hit it. Oh no! What'd you jump for?
Oh, that puts the running boards down manually. So the running boards that open automatically.
That's the driver eject seat.
When you open your door, that extends them or brings them back up. Heated and air conditioned seats. That was the same on the Ford. One thing the Ford did have that Chevy doesn't.
Massage seating.
The Ford had massage seating.
Not
a big deal to me, but Jimmy really liked it.
I didn't think I was going to like it, but for our long trips, I'd put the heat on and put the massage seating on and be...
Because he has a bad back.
It was great.
Chevy, if you're listening, another thing you could step up was to have the massage seating. Up here is everything. Everything from the radio to your navigation to your seats, like your it has the dual climate, so you can adjust it per person.
I can be cold and she can be hot. And then the cameraing thing is the best.
A ton of cameras. So this one is looking out in front of the truck. If we push it here, it's looking out the back, and you can see the little line is lining up with the trailer hitch. So if you were trying to back into the trailer hitch, you'd use that. This one shows you all around the truck.
I just wonder why I picked the silver color, because I have a black truck.
I don't know. This one shows you behind the truck, but it's the narrow view. So if you're trying to back into like a parking spot, the lines are there. You can see both tires that you're in. And then same view, but from the front. Or for the front tires. And then this is a split screen of the whole truck and that. And then I think this is the trailering one. I need to go over here. So this is for...
And you can zoom in on that one.
This one's for a regular hitch, so if you're trying to back, like if you have a travel trailer or just utility trailer, there's your regular hitch, and that's right on it, so you can see. And then this one's for the fifth wheel, so of course it's raining outside. And if he had his cover open, the fifth wheel would be right here, so you can follow the line, just like you're in a parking space to get. And
it turns the lights on the back, on the sides of the mirrors, so when I'm backing in, I can see it. Yeah, when you push
this one, the lights that are on the side light up, so you can see where you're
So it has a ton more cameras than you're really ever going to need. It has more when you
turns the light on and off.
When we hook up the trailer, it has a little bit more of them on there.
Of course, it has Sirius if you want it, My Chevrolet, OnStar, all that stuff.
And then it has the trailering app up there too. If you hit the trailering, you can set up your trailers in there, and it'll tell you how many miles you've gone. There's no trailer connected. It's not connected. But you can do a checklist, so it tells you. Yeah, it's not on the show. That might hit checklist item. There it goes.
So these I think were already preset, but you can create your own. So a lot of people have checklists. They have checklist apps on their phone, especially when they're hooking a camper up. Did we, check to make sure it's hitched and locked, check your electrical plugs, all that kind of stuff. So it gives you this list here, and you would just check through each time when you hooked up. It would let you check through, and you can add and delete what you want to be on your list.
It also, right there, it says connections and maintenance and cameras and vehicle. The maintenance part of it, if you click on that with the trailer hooked up, you can preset things. So if you want to repack your bearings at 8,000 miles, it'll come up and warn you and tell you you've hit 8,000 miles. Or if you want every 10,000 miles to change your brakes and your tires, you preset everything in there and you tell it what you want it to talk about and warn you. So I think that's kind of neat, because what I was trying to always do is look and see how many miles we've driven and go, okay, I think we've gone 8,000, 9,000 miles. It's time to change the tires out, or whatever your setting. So I think that's a pretty neat addition on there. So
it's another safety thing is what it is. So of course you have your phone, just like, I know they look different. Your navigation. You can do a split screen, and it's probably not going to work because we're not doing it. But if you have if you have your audio on and you also are running your navigation, you don't have to flip back and forth. When they're both running, you can hit the button and it'll do a split screen. So your audio, whatever's playing on the radio is here, and your navigation will be over here.
This truck is also Wi-Fi ready. We used the Wi-Fi actually the other day. Our phones wouldn't connect, so we used the Wi-Fi, and I guess the antenna may be a little bit stronger on here, I don't know. But we got better signal, and we were able to do what we needed to do. So it also has your OnStars and all that up there. So if you like the OnStar.
And then it has this really cool rear view mirror. It's taken me a bit to get used to it, but during the daytime I really like it. So this looks like it's fake, but it's not. It's actually a camera that's looking out the back of the truck. So if you see this little piece down here, that's actually the top of the tailgate, and you can adjust how wide your field of vision is. So I feel like you can see a whole lot more than you can in a standard rear view mirror. It's just a little weird though, because it's like a full color picture of what's behind you.
What I like about it, the way it sits right there, when the dogs are running back and forth on those seats, they're not affecting me. They're not in my mirror. Or if you have kids back here jumping around, they're not affecting you. But if you want to see your kids,
you can flip it,
and
it's just a regular rear view mirror. At nighttime, this one's a little weird. So for now, anyway, we've been switching to this, and maybe we'll get used to it and it'll be okay. But that's just something that when we first got it, I was like, that's weird, and I've gotten used to it pretty quickly. So that's pretty cool.
It's got the sunroof, got the power sunroof. Just slide it back. We're not going to open it now because it's raining, but there's the sunroof.
And then it does have, in the center of the back window, it has the little window that opens, which is Daisy's favorite spot. She likes to sit and
stick her nose outside. She goes.
And of course, Jimmy talked earlier about we hated when Chevy did away with the air conditioning vents in the back seat. So those are back. That's a plus. So it does have the bottom of the seats lifts up. So you have a storage compartment in here. We have ordered, there's I guess you take this one out and replace one that comes out further and it has a lid on it. But for now, This is the underneath. Something, and that was the same way in the Ford. Something that the Ford didn't have, and it doesn't seem like a huge deal though, is this little area that's cut out in the back of the seat. And as I say, it's not a huge deal, but in the Ford it was space that I kept trying to pull the seat down, and there's a little bit of storage space in there, and you know, when you're on the road a lot, every little bit of space is important. It's got the standard, you know, the back of the seats has a pocket in it. And
it's a little bit dirty because it went straight from the dealership. It went straight from the factory to the train to the dealership to hooking
having the dogs in the back seat
and hooking the camper up. So,
and of course it has the, you know, panels in the door. There's the charger in the back and 2 USBs, or a USB and a USB-C, and then the back seats are heated, so the buttons are back here for that as well.
So that's basically the walk around the truck.
The ins and outs. Happy to be back in the Chevy. For
Lisa's new 2021
3500
Chevy
High Country
Dully
Duramax
Allison Transmission, 10-speed, all of the stuff that she always wanted. Now I could probably take a break and let her do a little bit more driving now that she's back in her home truck.
Back in my driving seat.
So I don't know who guessed it right, who guessed it wrong. I know there's a couple of people out there that knew we were Chevy people, and
just remember, you can always take the girl out of the Chevy. You can't take the Chevy out of the girl.
So hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. If you're enjoying these videos, make sure you give us those thumbs up.
Thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell.
And until the next time you find us driving that Chevy down the road, pulling that Fuzion.
Safe travels, y'all.